Why you should retire ASAP, and the little-known rule that could make it possible. What if the biggest financial mistake you could make after 50 is continuing to work longer than you actually need to? Most people believe retirement happens at 65 or later, but thousands of people every year are quietly retiring years earlier, without winning the lottery and without being millionaires. And there's a little-known rule that could allow some people to access their retirement money as early as 55, without penalties. Yet most workers have never even heard of it. Today we're going to talk about why retiring sooner might be far more possible than you think, how the rule of 55 works, and 3 powerful financial shifts that can help you reclaim your time, your health, and your life sooner than expected. Because the truth is this: the most valuable currency you have is not money, it's time. Section 1. The hidden cost of waiting. Too long for decades we've been told the same story. Work hard, save, retire at 65, then finally enjoy life. But something has quietly changed. Many people today are reaching their 60s exhausted, not just financially, but physically, mentally, emotionally. And here's the part nobody likes to talk about. Many people spend their healthiest years working for a retirement they may not fully enjoy later. Studies consistently show that the first 10 years of retirement are often the most active and fulfilling. Travel, hobbies, time with family, adventure. But those years can disappear if retirement keeps getting pushed further down the road. Which raises an important question. What if retiring earlier than planned is actually more realistic than you think? Section 2. The Rule of 55. Almost nobody knows this. Let's talk about something surprisingly few people understand. It's called the Rule of 55, and for some workers, it can be a game changer. The Rule of 55 allows you to withdraw money from your 401k without the usual 10% early withdrawal penalty. Normally, that penalty applies if you take retirement money before age 59-12, but the Rule of 55 creates an exception. If you leave your job during or after the year you turn 55, you may be able to begin taking withdrawals from your employer's 401k without that penalty. Not everyone qualifies, and the rule typically applies only to the 401k from the employer you just left. But for many people, this opens a door they never realized existed. Instead of waiting until nearly 60, some workers can create a bridge that allows them to step away years earlier. And that bridge can mean the difference between working until you're completely burned out or reclaiming several extra years of freedom. Section 3. Why many people can retire earlier than they think. Here's something fascinating. When people begin seriously planning retirement, they often discover something surprising. Their actual monthly needs are far lower than they assumed. Many expenses quietly disappear after retirement. Commuting costs, work clothing, eating out during busy workdays, professional expenses, payroll taxes, and something else happens. Life tends to simplify, which leads to one of the most powerful retirement strategies most people overlook: expense reduction. Section 4. The power of reducing expenses. You don't always need to earn more to retire earlier. Sometimes you simply need less. Many early retirees make a few key adjustments: downsizing their home, moving to a lower cost area, paying off high-interest debt, reducing unnecessary subscriptions, simplifying lifestyle spending. And the effect can be dramatic. If you reduce your monthly expenses by even $1,000, that's $12,000 per year you no longer need to generate from savings. Over a 20-year retirement, that's $240,000 less required income. Sometimes the fastest path to retirement isn't saving another $1 million. It's removing the expenses that require it. Section 5. The silent enemy of retirement: debt. If there is one factor that quietly delays retirement for millions of people, it's debt. Credit cards, car payments, high-interest loans. These obligations quietly drain thousands of dollars every year. Which is why one of the smartest moves anyone approaching retirement can make is this: eliminate debt as quickly as possible. Imagine entering retirement with no credit card payments, no car loans, and ideally, no mortgage. Suddenly, your financial needs drop dramatically. and retirement becomes far more realistic. Section 6. A shift in how we think about retirement. Something else is changing in modern retirement. Many people no longer want to stop working completely. Instead, they want freedom work, consulting, part-time work, passion projects, small businesses, creative pursuits, work that adds meaning but not stress. Even earning a modest $10,000, $20,000 per year in retirement can dramatically extend savings, and it often allows people to retire years earlier than traditional models suggest. Section 7. The emotional side of early retirement. But there's another reason this conversation matters: time. As we move through our 50s and 60s, something quietly becomes clear. Life moves faster. The years begin to pass more quickly, and the moments that matter most aren't happening in conference rooms or commuting traffic. They happen with family, with grandchildren, traveling, exploring, living. No one at the end of their life says, "I wish I had spent more time at the office." Final thought: retirement isn't just about money. It's about freedom. Freedom to choose your time. Freedom to live on your own terms. And for many people, that freedom might be closer than they think. But it starts with understanding the options available, questioning old assumptions, and realizing that retirement might not be something waiting at the end of the road. It might be something you can begin designing much sooner. Call to action. If you're over 50 and thinking about retirement, or wondering whether it might be possible sooner than you thought, let me know in the comments. What age would you like to retire if money wasn't the biggest concern? I read every comment, and I love hearing your stories. And if you enjoy videos about financial freedom, health, travel, and living well after 50, make sure you subscribe, because the years ahead can be some of the best years of your life, if you plan them wisely.